Welcome back to Smoky Ribs. I'm Russ Jones. In my last video, my last upload, I made homemade bacon, a homemade bacon slab, and that slab is going to be used in today's video. We're doing the burnt ends. We're doing bacon burnt ends. To be exact, we're doing Jack Daniel's burnt ends. Going to get started right after this. Going to be using the S&S Kamado today, and the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get this thing fired up and get it up to temperature and just let it start riding at that temperature. We're shooting for around 250 degrees. So going in with our lump charcoal. And we are lit. And we are set up for this cook. I'm gonna close the lid. I'm gonna dial this Kamado in at around, like I said, 250 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of smoked wood. Even though the bacon has already been smoked with the Jack Daniel's pellets, I'm using Jack Daniel's barrel pieces. And I'm gonna put one right here close to where the fire is starting. I'm gonna put another one about midway. And if it makes it to this other end, I'll put one here. We don't want to go crazy with it. Just going to add a little bit more of that smoke flavor. And it's going to take probably 10 minutes for this fire to get up here in this corner. At that point, I'll go ahead and close the lid and dial this Kamado in. We'll be back. So once again, if you watched last week's video, my last upload, then you've seen me take this from raw pork belly all the way to cured bacon, including a cold smoke method. And here it is. Flip it over. And what I've decided to do, there's not many of us here, and these things are so rich that I don't think I need to turn all of this into burnt ends. So I'm just going to set that off to the side. This will be used as sliced bacon. This smells insane. So we want to be probably a little over 1 inch wide. Let me straighten this up a little bit to where I can follow my line. I'm just going to cut this into strips. And I should be able to just divide this in half. So now I'm going to cube this up. We're just going to make some squares out of it. Doesn't have to be perfect. They might look a little big when you first cut them, but keep in mind these are going to shrink because that fat's going to start rendering just like it does on sliced bacon as you cook it. I'm going to get the rest of this cut up and I'll be right back. I'm going to show you a salt-free rub that we're using. Keep in mind this was cured with salt, so we can't use a rub with any salt. So let's put together this salt-free rub I have in mind, and it should be really good on these. Here we go. We're going to start with a 1/2 cup of light brown sugar. Going in with probably about 3 tablespoons of paprika, and this is more for color than anything. That should be plenty. 1 tablespoon of chili powder. About 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. And about 1 teaspoon of onion powder. About 1 teaspoon of ground thyme. Last ingredient, just cracked black pepper. I'm gonna go in somewhere around 1 teaspoon. Gonna give this all a really good mix. All right, so I'm gonna make this Jack Daniel's glaze, and I've actually used this on another video back probably about 3 years ago, but we're starting off with 1 whole cup of Jack Daniel's Black Label. Now the fire is off. I'm gonna go ahead and add my ingredients, and then bring this up to a simmer. We're just going to drop this in place. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this probe about the middle here. I know what's going on. So there we go. Go ahead and close the lid. So I'll keep monitoring this. I'm gonna play with the temperatures until I get what I need at that grate level. That's the lowest grate level, and it makes totally sense that I'm 90 degrees hotter up here where this gauge is at. So I'm gonna bring you back probably after an hour, hour and a half, take a look at them. I think they're gonna take a little bit longer than what they normally would at the grate level I have, but I'm wanting to kind of baby them because of all the sugar on there. I don't wanna cook them real hot and real fast. So I'll be back. And my temps are finally stabled out. It took about 30 minutes to dial in what I was looking for, which is 250 degrees nominal. If there's a little swing either way, I'm not worried about it. All right, let's take a look. Oh yeah, these are starting to look good. I'm gonna take and flip all of these over. And we'll probably be about another hour from the way it's looking. Looking pretty good, smelling insane. All right, so I'm gonna flip these in an hour from now. I'll check them, and if they're ready at that point, we'll take it to the next level. We are at the 2-hour mark, actually just a few minutes beyond 2 hours. Temperatures are holding like a champ. Let's take a look. Oh, that's looking good. That's looking just right. You can see where that sugar is beginning to caramelize a little on these. Looking fantastic. What I'm going to do is take and remove these, and we're going to place them in this pan. And from there, we're going to put this Jack Daniel's glaze on them. Now, I'm not really shooting for a certain internal temperature on these. I'm just pretty much just looking for super tender. And so I'm going to take one of these probes, and we're just going to probe into this and see what we got. Look at that, man. That is super tender. Look at that. That's good enough for me. Go ahead and close the Kamado to keep it at temperature. Now this is that glaze that I made earlier. And all I'm gonna do is simply pour this in this pan, and we're going to toss these burnt ends all around. We're gonna get them nice and coated. Probably gonna have to use my tongs here. This is smelling insane. All right, so let's open up our Kamado. We're gonna take these burnt ends. We're gonna lay them right in here. Perfect fit. We're gonna close it up and basically just let this tack up and set pretty good, maybe another 15-20 minutes, and we're gonna call it done. I know one thing, these smell incredible. I'm gonna take and remove one. I'm gonna set it over here off to the side. I'm gonna let it cool down because I know it's extremely hot. I'm gonna take some foil and cover this up to keep it hot, and I'll be right back with a taste test.
Rolling.
We rolling?
We rolling.
Okay.
I'm not camera ready.
All right, so now the time of truth. Looks fantastic. Smells fantastic. Here we go. Mmm. Are you kidding me? Where has this been all my life? Mmm. Alright, hang on. I need a napkin. Oh, that's good. Mmm.
Lick your fingers. Wipe it on
It's
your
definitely finger licking good, that's for sure. Man, this is so good. I don't know how to describe it, but this Jack Daniel's glaze, I swear to God, I've used it in the past. It's on another video of mine. Man, I encourage you to try that. That wouldn't just be good on this, that would be good on chicken, any kind of pork, just absolutely fantastic. These bacon burn-ins takes it to a whole nother level. I've done pork belly burn-ins. It ain't even in the same ballpark, I promise you that. I want to thank Malcolm Reed for posting that video and giving a lot of us that idea. And I want to thank Matt from Matador Prime Steak Company for sending out a fantastic looking pork belly. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope you give it a try. And if you do, let me know what you think about it. Try that glaze out. Until next time, Smoky Ribs.